identity. If ego is the space inside of you that holds your traumas, wounds, and the stories that you made about what they mean, then where is your spirituality? Where does your eternal soul reside? Let me take you on a little trip. And I will share with you what I understand to be true about your soul's journey through material reality in what you know as your human lifetime. So what I have come to understand is that God is a vibrational frequency. And when I envision what God might look like, I envision the light of 1,000, maybe even 1 billion suns. I envision a light so bright it would utterly destroy you were you to get anywhere near it, much like the sun, but even 1,000 billion times greater. So I see God, the creator, the eternal divine, as the vibrational frequency of love. What is God? God is love. What does love look like? It looks like light, the bright, shining, eternal light being. What does this mean? It means that as I understand and what I have come to know, and again, I remind you, I'm sharing what this is for me. Please do with it what you will. Dismiss it, ponder about it, see where it jives with what you believe and what your experiences are. Keep what works, let go of the rest. It doesn't matter, because I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm trying to share with you what I have come to understand in the hope that it will provide you all with some peace, a deeper sense of safety in the world. So, as I envision and understand God as a vibrational frequency of love, eternal itself, that it always has been and it always will be, what I also see in the brightness of 1 billion suns, the vibrational frequency of God, I see all of our eternal souls as part of that light. What does that mean to you? To me, it means that there comes a moment and the soul will make a decision to incarnate and then to inhabit a human being, because the soul has a particular piece of work to do within the context of that human being's human existence in this lifetime. Let me try this another way. The soul, as part of the consciousness and vibrational frequency of love, God itself, makes a decision to step away from that merged state of God consciousness of love eternal itself, to travel through the stargate into manifest reality, so that when an embryo is happening at the moment of conception, the soul, boom, inhabits the egg and the sperm in that fertilized state. The soul is right there. And that soul grows along with that baby and is born into manifest reality, the 3D experience, because it has work to do. It is here for a reason. And this reason, under many esoteric and more well-known traditions, is often referred to as your dharma. What did your soul come here to do in your human lifetime? And what I'm doing today with all of you is exercising a piece of my dharma, which is to take the wisdom and the knowledge that I have acquired and share it to a broader audience with a humble hope that it can help somebody, that it can help more than just one person. Hopefully I'm helping many. That is absolutely my intention of what I'm doing with these videos, and I hope that you can feel, see it, and understand it. This is a piece of my expressed dharma to help the planet, to be of service through the knowledge that I have and the work that I do. And I am simply trying to bring that to a larger audience to help more people. Again, this is an expression of my dharma. This is what my soul has come here to do, in part. It's more complex than that, but I'm hoping that this gives you a basic understanding. All of our souls are eternal. The soul is never sick. We might get COVID, but the soul is perfectly healthy. The soul cannot be damaged. The soul is eternal, vibrational, the frequency of love, God, love itself. It is eternal. It is divine. And if your soul, which is a part of the great light of God, the love frequency of all eternity itself, your soul has come in with you, it is your job to determine your dharma, to allow your soul to reveal its purpose in this three-dimensional frequency to you. And then it is your job to live your dharma in the fullness, or we might say the fullness of your own self-actualization in this human lifetime. And the dharma is very specific. It always is comprised of multiple pieces, and there is always a piece around helping humanity, because part of my dharma is to help raise the consciousness of humanity itself, because there's only one way to revolution, and that's evolution. This is part of my soul's work in this lifetime. In other words, this is a big piece of my dharma, and we all have this. So your soul decides to come in through you. You, the physical you, are the portal that your soul can experience humanity. The only reason that we are here as human beings is because there is no friction in eternity. We must, as part of our human experience, have friction, the friction of sex, the friction of discord, the friction of growing and learning and changing and healing and doing our spiritual work. It's friction, it's tension. And God has no way of experiencing itself other than through us in our experience of tension, dynamic tension. And so I think it's very cool. My ego is my ally as an eternal fractal of Source itself, understanding that I, the human that I am, is the exterior view of my soul. I have work to do in this lifetime, and I'm doing it right now today here with you. So the soul has work to do. It incarnates through your conception, and it accompanies through the entirety of your human lifetime. And when your human lifetime comes to an end, your soul travels back into the absorption of the God, love, God matrix. Hopefully feeling like it's accomplished its work through you in your lifetime. And if it hasn't, it will keep coming back in and coming back in and coming back in. And I don't know exactly if this is the time and place to clarify what I believe about past lives or reincarnation or any of that stuff. It's very personal, and we are all free to believe whatever we want. But I will share with you that I've had 2 spontaneous past life regressions, and I really didn't know what was happening, but it was very clear to me in an instant, my life and my death in 2 previous lifetimes. And it's kind of made me think that I keep coming around because my soul hasn't accomplished what I'm supposed to do. So it's coming around through me in this lifetime and that lifetime, and right now here with you. I like to think I'm getting closer to the full actualization and expression of my dharma, and I will do whatever I can to help you determine yours. This is very important. We, in layman's terms, talk about this as, how are you fully self-actualized? How are you living your best life? How are you operating from the pinnacle of your capacity and mastery that you learned when you first got the poopy in the potty? Our job as human beings, in my opinion, is to align with the eternal frequency of love itself, and to aspire moment to moment and day to day to remain in congruent alignment with the God love frequency. And what that means is that we must be in our integrity. We must strive for impeccability. We must do the right thing. We must do the right and moral thing because it's part of the compass It is here, along with our emotions, to guide us through the ride that is our life. How do we have a really good ride? We understand that the deepest truth of all of us is the very being of us. It is who and what I am in all eternity. And we live in such a death-phobic culture, and people have been lied to from the beginning of time. I do not believe in the concept of original sin, but I will tell you that what I do believe is the original sin is any institution, individual, person, or organization that teaches you that you are somehow separate from God and that you must spend your human lifetime in a particular house making a particular kind of worship in order to connect with God. I know with every cell in my body that you are good and that you have come in perfect, radiant, splendid, and magnificent. I know that as a true fractal of Source, eternal itself, the Creator in love, of love, from love. That love is the only thing that is. I know that the truth of you is love. And I know that everything that is not love is a lie. And I know that you are a fractal of God as much as I am, as much as the person sitting next to me, across from me, or across the world from me is. And this, my beloveds, is the cultivation. This is what heals. The complete willingness to take this trip with me, to surrender notions, emotions, stories, beliefs, behaviors, and lies. To surrender anything and everything that is not love. To have trust, to have faith, to have hope, and to have belief. And why would you hold any of these things as sacred as they are when hope, trust, and faith have been betrayed through betrayal, abandonment, broken trust, through wrong mirroring, through the lack of affective attunement, through parents that cannot meet children where they actually are, through the institutional programming and lies, where all of us are taught to believe we are somehow less than. And I am here to tell you that all of that and every single piece of that is a lie. You are a part of the great and most sacred geometric pattern of eternity itself. And I believe that it is your job to educate yourself here, to embark upon a study of what does this mean to you about you. Because I know that the truth of myself is love. There isn't anything else that's true about me. I have a personality, I have an ego, etc. But the truth of me is love. What is my core identity? The identity of love eternal itself, connected to the Creator. And that is simply so, that I am valuable, lovable, and worthy. And you are everything that I am. It's just that I know this, and you don't know this, so I'm trying to help you know what I know. And then we can all live in freedom and joy together. So the truth of you is love, because the truth of you is God. And what is God? God is love. And what does that mean? We attune, we aspire to hold that through our actions, deeds, and thoughts, where we are guided by integrity, saying what we mean, meaning what we say, do what we say what we do, holding firm, staying within the lines, following our internal guidance system through the information that comes to us through our emotions. Our job, my beloveds, is to identify our traumas, be willing to unwind from them completely in order for you to know what I know. In order for you to feel what I feel, deep, abiding peace. I have had to work very hard to get here. I was not always this, although I actually was originally this, but I was deeply mistreated and severely abused almost my entire life, first in my childhood and then through choices and relationships I've had moving forward into my adulthood. So it's been hard won for me to get here. But I'm no different than you. And if I can do it, you can do it, and I am here to help you do it. because this is the trip. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the only trip. So let's ride, sisters and brothers. Let's ride. Evolution to revolution. Let's get stronger, build muscles. Let's keep life moving. Let's be willing to meet life on life's terms, and let's uncover who we truly are. Let's figure this out. And you have to step outside of asking permission or getting an okay from somebody else to dig deep and travel fully, all the way in order to get all the way out, to untangle completely from everything and anything that is not love. My brothers and sisters, my dearly beloveds, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos. I hope that they have been some help to you. I'm really looking forward to your feedback. I love you all. Stay tuned. More to come.